you guys doing? So my phone is charging, so it's at a different angle than normal because it's got to be charging because it's very low while I'm doing this live. And I may be having volume problems again with YouTube. I'm not sure because I did a live just now, a jam, and it seemed like it was kind of quiet, but at least you can hear it. So there's that, right? Um, just want to rant a little bit. Yeah, I enjoy playing left-handed guitar too. I enjoy like challenging myself to get better at that while I'm really a right-handed guitar player. I think that's a cool little tidbit I have in my journey. It may not be everybody's case. I like that. I should probably tune the guitar before I went live, though. The left-handed one, it was way out of tune this the last time, but sometimes I just go with the spur of the moment. I just want to go live, and I don't want to worry about every detail. Let it work itself out in the live, so then I'm tuning the guitar during my live. But yeah, I enjoy that. It's not just piano where both hands do the same function, just different register. I guess you have different things that each hand does. When you switch hands, it's interesting because picking with your left hand is hard when you pick with your right hand all the time, most of the time. And fretting with the left hand is hard when you're usually fretting with your, fretting with the right hand is hard when you're usually fretting with your left hand. And I enjoy that little tension and that little challenge and that little struggle. I enjoy that. And I don't practice it ahead of time and get good at it and then go live. I just go live with what I have. And that's part of my transparency, and it's part of my showing you guys my process. So yeah, I'm enjoying my YouTube channel and being Shirtless Guy. Yeah, I am. And I was going to say something. I'm upfront about my religious beliefs. Like, I'm not a Christian, and I'm upfront about that. But I talk with fans sometimes, and once in a while, a fan is a Christian, and I give them the time of day. I don't just shut them down because they're Christians. If someone comes to me with saying something about Jesus, I go with it. I roll with it. It's part of the universe letting that happen, so I'm going with the flow. And I do. I'll talk with Jesus about Jesus if a fan wants to. And I even had a little I don't know. I had a little tiny spiritual breakthrough today. It may not seem like much, but then again, any may be good. Is that I realized that I already believe in something. I just don't call it God. I already believe in the universe. It's not like I'm a diehard atheist that thinks you just die and that's it, and there's nothing happening that's supernatural, and there's no spirituality, and we just die, and we just don't exist in any other realm other than physical. I'm not really that dude though, because I already believe in the universe, and I already believe that I'm being protected by the universe at least. And I just had a thought today. I had a thought that if there's a God, that doesn't really hurt me that much. It just means that it's God that's protecting me. I call it the universe, but if I'm wrong and there's a God, then all it means is God is protecting me. That's not a big loss for me. It just changes the paradigm a little bit. Right now, I think it's the universe, but if it's God, no sweat off me, because that just means God's been protecting me all my life. I still believe in something, and I still know I'm being protected by that thing. So if that turns out to be God, it's not that big of a loss to me. And I would roll with it if somehow I figured that out or knew that or believed that. I would roll with that. But on the other hand, there's like a statement that I can make that kind of goes against that grain. I'm never, and I just tell you this right now, I'm never going to join a Christian group to be part of a group or and I'm never going to say I'm a Christian to appear righteous to people. I'm never going to do that. Right now, I'm telling you, if I decide to be a Christian, it's going to be for me, my choice, and that's it. And I won't be doing it if anything happens in that direction, it won't be to make a show of it, to be looked on well by people, to be perceived as righteous by others, or to be a part of a group or fit into a group. I already am disgusted with all that and don't care anything about that. If I do anything changes in my spirituality, and it's going to be my choice. It's going to be me for me, and then the rest is just secondary. And I'll tell you guys about it, but I will not be doing it to join a group, impress anyone, be thought of well by anyone. It's not going to do it. I predict I won't do it, but I don't know everything, do I? I'm not a prophet. I'm not God. I don't know. But if I turn out to do anything differently spiritually, it'll be for me. I already know from reading 3 Nephi 13 from the Book of Mormon and Matthew 5 and Matthew 6 from the Bible that those that do good works to appear good before men have their reward in that. That is the reward, being thought of good by men. And I'm not going to do that. I don't care. I already don't care what people think about me, really. And I'm not. And that doesn't change. That isn't different in this situation. I don't care. I'm happy being Shirtless Guy. I'm happy having haters. I'm happy being hated by people that hate me. It's part of life. It's part of my life. I accept it. I like it. I'm not going to change. I'm not going to act like I'm not going to change for haters or for people. And just as bad, I'm not going to say I changed for haters or for people. I'm not going to give lip service to try to sound good. I'm not going to cave into peer pressure and make some change because I'm afraid of the haters. I'm not going to do either of those things. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not a Christian. I intend to stay that way, and fuck you, haters. If that doesn't change, then I won't be surprised. If it does, it'll be for me, and you'll hear about it, but it won't be to tickle your ears or for your sake or for your benefit. I just won't do that. Sorry, I don't. If I wanted that, I could do that right now. Hey guys, guess what I did? I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. If I say anything about myself changing in regard to my beliefs about God or the Bible, it'll be for me first. And if you hear about it, good for you. But that won't be the point of anything that happened. You'll hear about something happening, but it won't be for your benefit or for your hearing's sake that I said or did any of it. I'm just not going to do it. In fact, and so I just needed to say that. I don't know. I'm just saying that. I have no intention of being a Christian. But if I ever were to, it's my choice, and it would be between me and God first, and then anything else secondary, and who cares? And right now, doesn't exist because I don't worship God, and I don't believe in him. Doesn't mean I know he doesn't exist. I just don't believe he does, and I don't serve him. I'm honest about that. If I'm going to make up a lie, why not do it right now? Oh, I'm going to think about it in a month because you guys will have your guard down, and I'll just surprise. No, I'm straight out open with you guys. So right now, I'm either an atheist or a Satanist. But I have also talked to people that that I interact with that talk to me about Jesus, and I open up and I share what I feel, and they say something they say back to me. Who knows? Who knows why that is? I went with it I go with it when it happens. I don't just shun it because they're talking about. No, I'll talk about that. And then if I'm supposed to learn something or think of something or do something from that, see what happens. I go with the flow with the universe. And open mind means I have to have an open mind to fans that are Christians too. I need to do that. Otherwise, I don't have an open mind. I have a special case open mind, and that's not Shirtless Guy. I have an open mind. So they're right. Jesus might exist. God might exist. The Bible might be true. I don't know that it doesn't or isn't. I just don't believe it is. And right now, I don't do anything about it. But I'm still breathing. I have an open mind, and I'm still alive. And see what happens. Things still happen.